Hello, welcome back to Monday, and yeah, if you're watching this video, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. So more rules. This week we are looking at Sisters, as they are the new one released today. There is one other tiny bit that they've kind of showcased, and we will kind of go through that very quickly. So, as I've said, Sisters, again, 3 detachments, several rules, a confirmation of a detachment being 2 points, potentially, again, things from Warcom may not translate to reality. That is not always the case. Things get updated in between when they get told and reality, so we shall see. And yeah, over to the kind of first bit. So over the Chorus of Condemnation, this is all focused around infantry fly units. Angelic Judgment gives them condemnatory psalms. In your shooting phase, you can select 1 visible enemy unit within 12. That enemy is condemned. When they're condemned, they have +3 detection range. So this is very similar to the Phobos Scout one from the other day, the Space Marine one, where it does very similar thing. But obviously the advantage of these guys, they can't infiltrate, but they are very quick to move, so it does give that bonus. Takes their visibility from hidden from a 15 to an 18, which I don't know how functionally useful that's going to be in the edition, but it's kind of better than 15. You have an enhancement, Clarion of Urgency, cannonless with jump pack model only. At the end of your opponent's fight phase, if this unit is unengaged, you can place this unit in strategic reserves. So, yeah, really useful. Redeploy for an entire unit of Seraphim or Seraphim. Yeah, again, depends on how many points as to how useful it is, but for a redeploy on a annoying unit, yeah, perfectly good enhancement. Finally, you have Harmonized Exorcism, a 1 CP strat. During your shooting phase, when a friendly exorcist unit is selected to shoot, that exorcist, select 1 unit visible to and within 9 inches of a friendly Sisters infantry fly unit. Your ranged unit attacks that target that unit have +1 to hit. Interesting. Again, we don't know what indirect is going to look like, because currently they hit on 3s anyway. They will have, I assume, the benefit of cover, which is -1 ballistic skill. I really hope that indirect isn't going back to hitting on anything beyond 3s or 4s currently, sorry, because it's never good. People never like it, and it never goes well. So it's interesting, and yeah, kind of really hoping they haven't backtracked again with indirect, which is what tends to happen in between every single edition, and then it's kind of regretted, and they very quickly fix it back to being kind of like the similar thing as to what it is now. So that waits to be seen how indirect is worded, how it kind of interacts with everything, and yeah, we'll hopefully have more updates on indirect. We then have Sacred Champions. This one is all about Celestine Sacrosancts. Basically, their detachment rule is that Sacrosancts get +1 ballistic skill and weapon skill. I mean, they're shooting effectively pistols as far as I know, so an interesting one for them to get ballistic skill on, but you know, hitting better is never bad. I mean, more hits, maybe more kind of cheeky wounds through. It has the Reverend tag, can't take it with other Reverend detachments. I'm not really too sure what that is going to equate to as kind of a tag. Sisters as an army are the one that have like the literal least number of detachments, so it is going to be interesting as to what the only one I can think of is probably the Champions of Faith, which also buffs Sacrosancts in general, because they're the ones you can kind of add +1 to hit and plus ballistic skill 2 anyway. So that maybe is the one that will have the Reverend tag if it still exists. You have the enhancements, Writ of Compunction, which is an upgrade, +1 OC. I imagine probably is going to be one, if people are running this, running 30 Sacrosancts are going to take 3 times. Because with the Hospitalia, -1 to wound, 5 or feel no pain, it does make them considerably more durable than they're meant to be. So that is a really solid buff as an enhancement, especially as an upgrade. Can take it on all 30 of the units. You cannot take it on the character because of the fact that it has the Celestine Sacrosanct unit only kind of requirement. You then have Faithful Fortitude, which is the 1 CP strat. When any phase a friendly Sacrosanct unit suffers a mortal wound, give them a 5-up feel no pain. Yeah, that's really solid against mortal wounds only, but it's a nice little buff, nice little durability thing. It is strange that would expect them not to have a Hospitalia with, because they always do, which kind of gives them the same effect of the feel no pain. So that's an interesting one. Don't know quite what their thoughts are with that one, but I guess maybe they're looking at maybe diversification of units. Maybe the Hospitalia ability changes at some point, unsure, but that is why I thought the Hospitalia was always taken. So yeah, strange choice. Third one, there's no stratagem shared for this one. It is more of a character kind of detachment. So enhancements selected from this detachment do not count towards the total number of enhancements in your army. Friendly sisters characters have +1 leadership, which is huge as a buff, especially given how Battle Shock is going to be ongoing. So if you can get your army down to leadership 5, I assume the sisters characters are leadership 6. Yeah, currently leadership 6 as far as I can see. Oh no, Canoness is leadership 7, so it gets them down to leadership 6. Yeah, so that's really solid for that. Less likelihood to be battle shocked for the entire game. You then have Hagiomenefex. Yep, sure. It's an upgrade, so you can take it on multiple characters, but you cannot take it on penitent units. Once per turn per unit at the start of the phase, you use this ability. If you do, select one of them. Either Rite of Revelation, +6 detection range, so good for finding hidden units, Sermon Intolerance, auto pass battle shocks. Yep, probably going to be really useful, especially if they're a kind of pressure / objective holding unit. Catechism of Raging Fervor, +1 move, +1 strength for righteous smiting, and then repudiation plus -1 to wound if strength higher than toughness. Pretty common one as an ability, but the fact that you pick that at the start of a phase is really useful. So you can kind of unbattle shock yourself before going into your turn, so you know that you're going to be fine. You can add movement in the movement phase. You can add strength in the fight phase as it's relevant. So yeah, no, that's really useful, especially as it's once per turn, so you can keep using different ones as and when you need it. So very flexible. It's as they've said, again, these are 1 detachment points cost. So you can pair them up with ones, and they've specifically said Bringers of Flame is going to be 2 points, as you can kind of pair it with Chorus of Condemnation. So yeah, that's really, really good. Overall, I don't know how much it will fix Sisters, who have been struggling a lot. And then tomorrow we will have World Eaters. Finally, they have showcased the PDF of printable, not the printable ones, the cardboard ones that you'll be able to buy as a set. They do have the extra overhangs. There's kind of been a little bit of discussion amongst tournament organisers, including myself and others, about how and what this will look like, whether they're that important or not. So it's kind of nice that we're still a month and a bit out from probable actual release, and we have actual what they're going to look like. I imagine there's probably been a lot of pressure from different people asking the question, like, is it coming? What's it going to look like? So it's good that at least we now know what their expectation is. Whether all tournaments follow suit, I don't know if they will, but at least kind of still this far out, it does give people the chance to commit and make their decision. And yeah, thank you for watching, and see you again tomorrow for the World Eaters. Bye.